From Kansas State, number 11.
We welcome you here to Harwich. A nice, beautiful day, 76 degrees, and we should have a fantastic ball game on our hands. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino as the starting lineup for your Harwich Mariners being announced right now. The Mariners coming off of a big-time win against the Braves last time out, shut them out 2-0 on the road. Snapped a 3-game losing skid for the Mariners. Manager Steve Englert said, first of all, we're not really that concerned when this team gets too high or too low. We just take it game by game. And so today's game should be another test as they take on the best team in the West in the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. We turn things aside to the national anthem, and after that, we've got lineups for both teams. We're inching closer to opening pitch at White House Field with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. Now the Mariners going up against the best team in the West in the Harbor Hawks, a team that has the best offense when you look at every major stat category. But the Mariners, Luke, have a really good defense. It should be a great matchup tonight.
And they have a really good starting pitcher tonight. Freddie Rodriguez, the right-hander out of Hawaii, coming off a year where he led his team in appearances. He had a 3.10 ERA, a 7-2 record, struck out 52 batters in 52 innings. But more importantly, his first start, or at least the most recent start in the Cape against Chatham last week, went 5 1/3, the longest a Mariner has gone this summer. 4 hits, 1 run, did not lose a batter via the base on balls. So he's coming in with his best stuff of the summer, and no better time because this matchup and the Harbor Hawks, they have a serious lineup, Gino.
Well, let's see that lineup that Rodriguez will go up against. Leading things off, the right fielder, Jason Walk, followed by Matt Mira, the center fielder. In the 3 spot, Gabe Camacha, the first baseman. Batting cleanup, Ray Velasquez, the third baseman. 5, 6, 7, Ryan McKay, second base. Jeff Lugie, left field. Hayden Federico, the designated hitter. And rounding out the order with 8 and 9, Brody Briggs, the catcher, and Charlie Bates, the shortstop. Turning our attention to the defensive side of things, the Mariners moving from left field to right. Aiden Robbins, Bristol Carter in center, Jake Kunan over in right field. To the infield we go at third base, D. Kennedy, Maddox Maloney at short, Shintaro Inoue at second, and Sam Harris over at first. Catching is Macon Winslow in his first game in a Mariner uniform. Should be some fun night ahead for some baseball. Winslow spent this past year at Duke, just transferred to North Carolina. As you can see to the left of this defensive graphic, you can see him rocking the Carolina Blues. And he doesn't care that he spent this past year at Duke. He's going wherever he's got the best opportunity, right, Luke?
Well, you took the words out of my mouth. That's just not rocking the Carolina blue. That's rocking a new blue.
Right.
When you go from the Blue Devils to the Tar Heels, that's a serious move. But he must have liked Chapel Hill, and we're happy to have him back in Harwich.
Out comes Jason Walk Leading things off,
from Oklahoma, number 6, Jason.
Freddie Rodriguez, the right-handed pitcher, a rising senior at Hawaii, 6'3", 210 pounds. The righty deals from the first base side of the rubber. 26 appearances, 2 starts this past year at Hawaii, a 3.10 ERA, 41 hits, 16 walks, but 52 strikeouts as the first pitch outside for ball 1. First pitch clocks in at 6:32, 76 degrees and sunny here in Harwich.
He trusts his stuff, Gino. He doesn't walk many guys.
1-0. It's the inner upper corner for strike 1. Jason Walker, rising junior at Oklahoma. The last game against YD went 2 for 4, a walk and a strikeout. 1-1. Cranked foul. And so a 1-2 count with no outs.
I'm just going to say this now, Gino. I don't know about you, but we've been here every day. We've gone on the road every game. Tonight has a little bit of a different feel. Obviously, you're coming off an off day. Guys are rested. They're more energized. But a big matchup against a really good team, and there's a large crowd here.
1-2, just poked foul. So we'll do it again with a 1-2 count. You talked about it, Luke. The Mariners, both teams coming off of the off day yesterday, but the Mariners coming off of a win, 2-0 on the road to the Braves. The Harbor Hawks coming off of a walk-off 5-4 loss to YD, 2 of the top teams going at it. The Red Sox in search of a 10-game winning streak if they get the win this evening. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Jason Walk. A solid start for Freddie Rodriguez on the mound. His 7th strikeout of the summer.
Hawaii, number 8, Matthew Miura.
It's a good start right there. Rodriguez, a contact pitcher. He has strikeout stuff. Averages about 1 guy an inning, which is really good. But it just is a testament to say that he's not fully a swing and miss guy. He just has stuff that leads to weak contact, the swing and miss. And I know it's the way the rotation worked for him to get the start tonight, but no better time to go to the right-hander out of Hawaii. This Harbor Hawk lineup, we talked about it in our pregame social media segment. They're number 1 in just about every offensive category in the Cape.
First pitch to the center fielder, Matt Mira. Driven to right center field, Jake Kunan on his horse and makes the catch for out number 2. You mentioned it, Luke. Hyannis, first on the Cape in hits, runs, RBIs, batting average, on-base percentage, and stolen bases. So this is a team that loves to get the offense rolling. Freddie Rodriguez trying to extinguish that fire. He's done a good job early on, but obviously still a lot more to go as Gabe Camacho digs in from the left side. First pitch in there for a strike.
And the best way to attack, if there is a right way, a team that hits this well and hits the ball as hard as they do, is if you're going to give up a home run, give up a solo shot. Don't walk guys because they're going to put themselves in scoring position. They're going to steal bases. Go after every hitter.
The 0-1, wave and a whiff.
And on that same note, the defense has got to be rock solid. We saw a couple errors over the losing streak. It looked like they cleaned it up against Bourne. But the shifts have worked well for this team. They're shifting now in an 0-2 count here against Camacho. Everything's got to be A+ tonight.
The 0-2 to the rising junior from San Diego. Taps it to second base in a way, fields it, and throws to first for out number 3. So a strikeout, a flyout, a ground out is how we head into the bottom of the first. Still scoreless. We have the Mariners bats when we come back here on the Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else. Dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts. Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for everyone.
We welcome you back to White House Field here on Cape League TV alongside Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. A 3-up, 3-down frame is how we head into the bottom of the first. The Mariners' batting order, starting with Bristol Carter, the center fielder, as you can see there on your screen. Tanner Marsh, the designated hitter. Aiden Robbins, the left fielder, coming off of a home run against Falmouth in his last game. 4-5-6, Jake Kunan, the right fielder. Maddox Maloney, shortstop. D. Kennedy, third base. 7-8-9, Sam Harris, first base. Macon Winslow in his Mariner debut, the catcher. And Shintaro Inoue, the second base, rounding out the order. Thomas Crabtree on the mound for the Harbor Hawks, the rising junior at Tennessee. Fires home. Misses outside on Carter. Right-handed pitcher, 6'4", 202 pounds. 12 appearances this past year with the Vols with 2 starts. A 2-0 record with 8 hits and 5 earned runs as Carter blasts this one foul down the left field line. Crabtree, a 3.00 ERA, 20 strikeouts. This is a guy who obviously still pretty young in his college career as he comes home with the 1-1. This summer, Crabtree making his second start of the summer. Last time out, pitched against Falmouth on the 24th. As Carter lets this one fly in foul territory to the right of first base, and it's Gabe Camacho making the nag for round number 1.
The designated hitter from Liberty, number 22.
Well, that is a good time to bring up the defensive arrangement for the Harbor Hawks. In left field, Jeff Lugie, Matt Mira, Jason Walk from left to right field. To the infield, Ray Velazquez, third base. Charlie Bates, shortstop. Ryan McKay, second. Gabe Camacho, first. Brody Biggs catching as the first pitch to Tanner Marsh in there for strike 1.
All kinds of lineup changes today. You've seen Marsh now in his third start going as high as second in the order tonight. We've seen him at 8th. We've seen him at 9th. And the hot Jake Kunan, the cleanup hitter.
1 in there for strike 2.
And you like to see that kind of stuff. It's honoring the guys who are playing well, especially with a slumping team.
Called strike 3. 3 straight strikes to Tanner Marsh, who grits his teeth walking back to the Mariner dugout. And there's 2 away in the bottom of the first.
24, Aiden Robbins.
Out comes the left fielder, Aiden Robbins. The Texas transfer from Seton Hall this past year. Didn't play in the last game against the Braves, but the game before that against Falmouth had a solo home run as the first pitch misses low on him. Robbins is a returner with the Mariners. Last year played 7 games, a .385 batting average. As he thought about taking a swing there, appeal down the first base line, Connor Tierney says he didn't go. Umpires in this game, Sam Finn behind the dish, Connor Tierney over on first, and Jeff Marzell over on third. 2-0. First strike of the count for Robbins. Spoke with Robbins before the game. How excited are you to be going to Texas? And he said, I am thrilled. As he lines this one foul. This past year at Seton Hall had a pretty solid year, a 4.22 average, ranked first on the team. Also a team leading 86 hits and 63 runs. The 2-2. Wave and a whiff, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Thomas Crabtree, a 3-up, 3-down inning. We head into the top of the second, still scoreless. Stick around on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
No score heading into the top of the second. We welcome you back here to White House Field alongside Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. A beautiful day here in Harwich, 76 degrees and sunny. And you can see behind the dish, a lot of fans here in attendance. There's more fans down either baseline, some lawn chairs. Just a beautiful day for baseball as Ray Velazquez, the cleanup hitter, digs in from the right side. The first pitch to the Austin P. State product. Swings and misses.
You know, Gino, I always thought that the 1st of July was like the pregame of the 4th of July. Just the 2nd July comes around, the weather's consistently good. The Cape is now just flooded with people everywhere.
It's a great atmosphere for sure as second pitch misses low and away.
And guys like us, we're not from here. So I did a lot of researching. I don't know about you. And all I saw was the Cape really gets moving in July. Like July 4th, look out.
Oh, I can't wait.
And the crowd we have tonight just makes it more exciting.
Just tipped back. You know, I have to say, I love the crowds, but I've been going to the beach recently, and there hasn't been that many people, and I kind of like it. But I do understand, you know, people come in and...
So you're already spoiled, is what you're saying.
I am. The 1-2. Lined. Oh, what a catch from D. Kennedy. Over in the hot corner, jumping straight up to get the snag for out number 1.
From Michigan State, number 5,
Air Kennedy.
Air Kennedy.
Floating up there, just waiting on that one.
He was ready for it.
It was interesting. Normally you see him in the position where he is now, where it's close to the infield grass, or especially against a left-handed hitter, but he was playing pretty far back there, up against the line, and that's what even made it possible for him to get up and catch it.
So one away brings up Ryan McKay, the second baseman. Ground ball to second, in away, a routine ground out for the second out of the inning.
The left fielder from Duke, number 12, Jeff Lugie.
Out comes Jeff Lugie. Macon Winslow stared him down as he walked back to home plate, the catcher for the Mariners, who just spent this past year at Duke. And now is going to North Carolina.
For those watching and listening, that name does sound familiar. He is a returner.
First pitch to the Duke product, fouled straight back.
Rodriguez off to another fabulous start. That was just the 15th pitch now with 2 outs in the second inning.
The 0-1. Just misses outside. A good take from the Harbor Hawks left fielder.
It's the thing with Freddie. That's how he can keep his pitch count down. When he misses, it is just right there. And it's a 50-50 decision for any hitter without a fabulous eye.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Lugia, rising sophomore at Duke, made his commitment to the Blue Devils when he was 14 years old. Went to Duke because of the academics as well as the baseball. Wants to work as a quantitative analyst for a professional sports team, as this one's flared foul. Not a bad place to go in Duke to get some good education.
He might be deviating away from that career and just saying, I want to play in Major League
Right,
Baseball.
when his playing days are over. Always a possibility to get into.
Very true. Can always do both. Kind of.
1-2. In the dirt. Luigi from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. In his third game with the Harbor Hawks this summer. He's got 2 hits so far as well as 2 runs. The 2-2. Bounce just past home as Rodriguez scurries off the mound to field it and throw him out at first. Back-to-back 1-2-3 frames for the Harbor Hawks. As that man, Freddie Rodriguez, giving fist bumps all around. We'll be right back on Cape League TV, still scoreless.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Back here at White House Field for the home half of the second with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. 4-5-6 due up for the Mariners. Leading things off with Jake Kunan, the right fielder. Facing off against Thomas Crabtree in his second inning of work. The rising junior at Tennessee already up to 2 strikeouts so far today as he deals. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The Mariners coming off of a 2-0 win against the Braves last time out in a game where the offense started to click, had 9 hits compared to just 3 they had the day before against Orleans. But manager Steve Englert said, we left too much meat on the bone. Left a runner stranded in all but 1 inning in that game. 1-1, Kunan pops this one up to dead center. Matt Mira, not having to move much, records out number 1.
Yeah, Gino, but we talked about it on Trident Talk pregame.
Maloney.
Just getting runners on from what the Mariners had been doing over the losing streak is a huge win. They had 10 combined hits in those 3 consecutive losses on that losing streak. So to have 9 alone in Bourne and you win 2-0, you don't want to win 2-0 when you shut a team out. You want to have some more insurance runs down the stretch. Granted, one of those runs came in the 9th inning on a pinch hit D. Kennedy homer. So You want to make it a little more comfortable for your bullpen, make your starter feel like he is more in line to get the win when you have Dressler, who had an excellent outing in that game against Bourne. So tonight would be a perfect night to get the bats going against a team that we know they have the bats, and they're already hot.
Maddox Maloney shows bunt, taps it down the third base side. Velasquez charges, sidearms to first. Maloney beats it out. Maddox Maloney snapped a 3-game hitless streak after that tapper down the third base line. As out comes D. Kennedy with one away in the bottom of the second.
So Maloney, the best hitter on this team in his first week in Harwich, hitting third, gets bumped down to fifth. You mentioned it, a hitless streak in his last couple of games. But what do really good players do, Gino? And he's a power guy. He hit 15 homers at Oregon. He bunts his way for a hit.
Throw back to first, not in time.
That's just what you call a tough out. He finds his way on when he's still slumping.
D. Kennedy from the right side, trying to keep the momentum going. His first pitch. In there for strike one off the breaking ball. You talked about Kennedy, had that solo homer in the ninth against the Braves last time out. They check on Maloney back at first, not in time. Kennedy with a nice insurance run. Heading into the bottom of the ninth. 0-1 pitch inside. Engler also talked about, when we asked him about the 3-game losing skid, he said, we don't get too concerned with the highs or lows of the summer. Still plenty of games left to go. We're not really too focused on that. We're just trying to get better day in and day out.
And that's probably the right way to look at it. This team won the Cape League title last year and went 2-17 in July.
That's right.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Granted, you want to be better than that.
The 1-2.
But you're hanging around the 500 mark. I think tonight, if you can get a win at home against a really good team in Hyannis, you hit the road, go all the way to Wareham tomorrow. And this is a gauntlet of the schedule. About 6 straight games without an off day.
As they check on Maloney again over at first, not in time. The Harbor Hawks are indeed a tough team to take down. 8-4-1 this summer, first in the West. They have not lost 2 games in a row, coming off of a loss to YD last time out, as a swing and a miss for strike 3 to D. Kennedy. 3 punch-outs for Thomas Crabtree. And there's 2 away with Maloney on first. And Sam Harris, the first baseman, gets set from the left side. Harris, a rising junior at Duke. Didn't play in the last game against Bourne. First pitch, a golfing swing. He just came up empty-handed. But the game before the Braves matchup went 0-for-3 against Orleans.
In this early start for Harris in the Cape, it just comes down to the discipline at the plate. You saw it on that first pitch. That pitch is in the dirt the whole way, Gino. Yes, it was a good breaking pitch, but just a little bit ahead, trying to do too much, put one in the seats. I think once he slows down, gets comfortable, we'll see the Sam Harris that we all know.
The 0-1. Just tipped foul. Nice, beautiful day here in Harwich, 75 degrees. You can see the fans packing in here to White House Field. Not too sunny, but a nice, cool day. The 0-2. Harris stays alive with 2 outs. Both teams coming off the off day. We as well had somewhat of an off day.
Heck yeah. Somewhat.
Made a trip to
Are
Fenway.
you working or something?
You know, I had to.
Come take batting practice?
You know me.
I know you.
If Englert ever needs a guy to step up, I'll be ready to go.
I told him I can play second base.
We gotta see how we stack up against some of these Cape guys. I think we would get decimated. I don't even think that. I know that. But it's nice to see it. You know what I mean? Just to get the realization, like, yeah, these guys are legit. 1-2, strike 3. Off the curveball from Crabtree. Leaves one stranded in Maloney. A fly out, 2 strikeouts. Crabtree with 4 punch-outs on the day. Still scoreless as we head into the top of the third. We'll be right back on Cape League TV. But before we do, the Harwich Fund is a permanent local endowment funded by supportive residents and businesses. Since 2021, we've delivered over $85,000 in grants, helping exclusively Harwich programs benefiting town families, children, and seniors. This year, our Mariner Games business sponsors, Shaw Star Markets, Harry Ellis Builders, and My Generation Energy will pledge $500 to the Harwich Fund for every Mariner homer at White House Field. We'll be right back on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
For every Mariner home run.
Welcome back to some Cape League baseball. The Harbor Hawks and the Mariners going at it as we head into the top of the third. We welcome you back with Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. 7-8-9 due up in Hyannis batting order. Hayden Federico starting things off, the designated hitter. Brody Briggs on deck. Charlie Bates in the hole. First pitch from Freddie Rodriguez, smacked foul.
Gino, you mentioned the sun's not really out tonight, but in my opinion, this is kind of a perfect summer night. The afternoon just quickly turns into an evening. It still kind of feels daytime. It's still light out.
And warm.
Exactly. You don't need the sun at night.
The 0-1. Again, just tapped foul. The sun, though, during the day is pretty nice, though. You get a nice tan.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like the sun, at least in Harwich, has been off and on. Like,
yeah,
one day 80 and sunny, the next day it's still a cool 75 and overcast. Be nice to kind of parlay a few of those sunny days together.
Well, this coming week should be beautiful. In the 80s for the 4th. The 0-2 misses high. Should just add to the festivities here on Cape Cod.
What are you going to do for the 4th?
I got my folks coming in.
Nice.
Should be a fun time. Checking out the Cape for the first time, so I'll have to show them around a little bit. 1-2 misses high and away. And
if Mr. and Mrs. Antamarino are listening, you get to show them around, not
yes.
have to?
No, absolutely. It should be a fun time. I mean, I don't know when they're going to get in. They plan on just driving to the 4th on the 4th.
They might get in on the 6th.
I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's how it works. As the 2-2 misses high and away. But they'll get here, and I'll be here. It's not like I'm going anywhere. So
I think we're going to Brewster.
We'll be in Brewster, and that's exactly the text I'm going to send them. When they say, hey, we just got in, I'll be like, hey, we're in Brewster. I'll see you after the game. As this one shot down into right field. Carter back at the wall. See you later. A home run shot for Hayden Federico. His first home run of the summer. And he puts Hyannis up 1-0 in the top of the third.
That ball hit up off the scoreboard and the White House field lettering on top of the scoreboard, Gino. That's a batting practice home run.
First hit of the day for the Harbor Hawks is a bomb from the designated hitter. And with no outs, Brody Briggs from the left side. Rodriguez trying to reset here as he delivers the first pitch. Inside at the feet for ball one.
Gino, that's what we talked about in the open. This team can hit. If you're going to give up a homer, do it with nobody on. Respond. Battle back. Don't lose confidence if you're Rodriguez. You had 2 no-hit innings in front of you before that.
1-0. In there for strike one.
But truly a testament to how powerful and how high this team is really slugging this summer. Their 7th hitter is putting one probably 400 plus for distance.
1-1 inside at the waist. Hyannis first in hits, first in runs, first in RBIs, average, on base percentage. They can really get the offense clicking. 2-1 pitch. Popped up infield right side. Shintaro Inoue gets underneath to record out number 1.
The shortstop from Stanford.
Out comes Charlie Bates, the shortstop. Rising sophomore from Stanford. Was born in Palo Alto. His grandfather, Jim, played football at Cal. But Bates was born at the Stanford Hospital, grew up wanting to be an athlete at Stanford. And how cool is that he's living out his childhood dream? This past season ended the year on a 7-game hitting streak. He had 9 knocks in those games as he waves and whiffs on the second pitch. Yo-2 in the dirt. So far this summer, Bates has played 8 games with a .226 batting average. This is high. But one thing that the shortstop for Hyannis is trying to get a hold of is his strikeout numbers. He's got 12 so far this summer, and that's 3rd on his team. 3rd most, I should clarify. Rodriguez trying to put him away here. This one shot straight back. You can see our brand new, beautiful deck built here at White House Field. Some of our interns doing some work out there.
Doing some work.
Taking in all the sights. 2-2, pushed foul.
That might be the best deck in the Cape.
It's got to be.
Has to be. Bourne's got a nice double deck where they have a mini deck on each side of their press box.
Yes. That was a nice one.
But that is the deck of the Cape.
And this deck doesn't get overran by cicadas.
Correct. And there's some room for the scouts underneath.
And some nice shade if it ever starts to rain. I'm sure that will be a pretty popular spot.
You can tell it already is. Right next to the snack shack area.
Oh, there you go. Even when it's sunny out, you can enjoy the shade. Good spot there. Bates digs back in with a 2-2 count and 1 out. Rodriguez comes home. Called strike 3. A looking strikeout. Second punch out of the day for Rodriguez, the rising senior at Hawaii. Settles back in after giving up a leadoff homer from Hayden Federico. 2 away as the order turns back over with Jason Walk from the left side. Jason Walk struck out so far today. Rising junior at Oklahoma. The 0-1. Popped up in foul territory. D. Kennedy, the third baseman, goes over to the wall, and it drops where all the lawn chairs line the grass.
You need a lawn chair tonight. The bleachers, specifically down the first base side, I mean, it's shoulder to shoulder over there, Gino.
It's a packed house. Packed White House. The 0-2. This one's rainbowed into center, where Bristol Carter makes the catch for out number 3. So after giving up a home run from Hayden Federico, the Mariners settle back in. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. I wonder if there's more runs scored in this game than the game actually taking place. We'll see what this kid has. Oh, some good stuff there. That was a fastball right down the middle. We'll be right back here in Harwich. Stick around on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
There's the catcher from North Carolina, number 14.
The Mariners trying to dig out of this early deficit, down 1-0 in the home half of the third here from White House Field. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Macon Winslow in the 8th spot, making his Mariner debut this summer. The first pitch in there for strike 1. Winslow, a returner to the Mariners, played 24 games this past summer, had a 1.95 average. Second pitch misses high. Winslow's excited to be here. Said he's ready to go. Thomas Crabtree fires home the 1-1. This is low and outside. Winslow played this past year at Duke, but just transferred to North Carolina. Not caring about the rivalry.
What do you think about that? Transferring to your rival school.
I understand it from his perspective. He's trying to go to the best spot possible for him. But for the fans, obviously they're going to have a little bit more of a say in it.
It can make it that much better, though. Imagine he hits a homer in Durham next year.
I'm sure he's got that game circled on his calendar when the schedule comes out. Payoff pitch gets flared foul. As the fans here at White House Field start clapping as a young kid nabbed that ball out of the air. Some pretty impressive stuff. They take the pictures. 3-2, misses low. Ball 4. And for the first time today, the leadoff batter for the Mariners gets aboard.
Number 2, Shintaro Inoue.
The Mariners are going to have to battle with Hyannis because they're not going to stop punching offensively. The home run to start in the top of the third, there's more to come from the Harbor Hawks. They just flat out hit. They're a good team. And for Harwich to stay in this game in the later innings, you got to get one back. Not necessarily right here in the third inning, but it would be really good to get one or a couple and take the lead here.
Shintaro Inoue lets his first pitch sail by him for strike one.
Crabtree's off to a marvelous start, though, I will say.
The rising junior has got 4 strikeouts, has allowed just 1 hit, a bunt from Maddox Maloney in the second. And then that walk was his only free bag he's given up so far today, just moments ago to Winslow. The 0-1. Popped up, foul territory, third base side, and out of play. Just so many kids running over to fight for that loose ball. One kid wearing a North Carolina hoodie. I'm sure he's happy to see Winslow transferring over there. 0-2 count to Inoue. Crabtree checks on Winslow at first.
Crabtree has a really nice pickoff move because he's putting that throw on the first baseman Camacho's glove in the tagging motion. So he doesn't even have to move it to tag the runner.
Good eye from Inoue. First ball of the count. Inoue's got a knack for not swinging at pitches that could be borderline strikes but are just outside the zone. He's got the most walks on the team with 7 through 9 games. 1-2. Again, just misses high.
Keep an eye on Crabtree now into the third inning. He only went 3 1/3 as his longest outing at Tennessee this school year, and that was early in March against West Georgia, a total of 15 innings.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Crabtree as the order turns over for the Mariners. Bristol Carter taps his cleats in the dirt. The center fielder for the Mariners flew out in his last at-bat. Coming off of a solid outing last game against the Braves. Went 2 for 4, a walk, and had 4 stolen bases as he shows bunt, takes it away. The throw down to first, not in time. Winslow jumping over there on first base. Didn't have any stolen bags this past year at Duke. 1-0. A hard bouncer to short. This could be 2. The throw to first. They didn't get him. They got the leadoff runner in Winslow at second, but could not turn 2 as Carter reaches off of a fielder's choice.
Well, at least you got Carter on first now instead of Winslow if he's going to make an out, because Bristol can run. With 2 outs, I think Carter has a good chance of being on the move here, Gino.
Carter with 8 stolen bases this summer leads his team. Tanner Marsh from the right side. Carter takes off, pitch at the plate to strike, the throw down to second, way above the head of Ryan McKay, the second baseman, and look out. Just an unfortunate play there. Amanda Lusky, the trainer for the Mariners, out to check on Carter.
That's the second time in the last 2 Mariner games that Carter has come up slow after stealing a base. We saw it in Bourne just 2 nights ago.
Steve Englert, the skipper for the Mariners, also going to check on his guy. Bristol Carter, one of the top names on this Mariner team. Rising junior from Auburn.
Like one of those awkward situations where Briggs's throw behind the plate had Bates leaping, and he couldn't catch his fall and just took it on the head and neck area of Bristol Carter.
Well, Carter seems to be talking to Angler, and he stands up. When the play happens so fast.
He had the base stolen all the way, too.
Right. It's good to see the trainer, Lusky, showing a smile.
Shout out to Dave Roberts and Max Schubert. That's some good camera work.
They're on it.
From our production group.
Yeah, last time against the Braves, you talked about it earlier, Luke. Carter went so hard to third that when he slid, it didn't take too much off of his speed and stood up a little bit shaken up. Went back to the dugout and put some ice on his leg. But good to see that he is A-OK, standing there over at second. I shouldn't say A-OK. I'm sure he's got some aches, some pains.
That's an Auburn Tiger right there, Gino. We know those are tough guys.
Well, you don't get the nickname Beast Mode for nothing. So they ruled that last pitch to Marsh a ball after it was initially called a strike. The 1-0 misses low.
It's turned into
rather
an
1-1.
Important opportunity now for the Mariners.
Runner in scoring position with Carter, who leads off of second. Tanner Marsh, a rising sophomore at Liberty. He's in a 2-game hitting streak with the Mariners. He's only played 2 games for Harwich this summer. But good to see that he's getting contact. In the dirt, Briggs scurries to get that ball. He knows Carter can take off in an instant. They change out the balls on the mound.
Marsh has got to get ready to hit now. Ahead 3-1, runner in scoring position. Most likely the best pitch you're going to get to hit this entire inning for the Mariners.
First time the Mariners have had a runner in scoring position. Carter takes off for third. Pitch at the plate, called a strike. So 3-2 with 2 outs. Carter on third. Back-to-back stolen bases from him. He's up to 10 stolen bags on the summer. So he's about halfway between third and home. Payoff pitch to Marsh. Outside, ball 4.
The left fielder from Texas, number 24, Aiden Robbins.
Crabtree at the last second before delivering that pitch shot a look quickly over at Carter because he was running down the line and then backed off. That could be all the difference in the world of throwing a strike or a ball. So nice job from Carter over on third to try and throw off Crabtree as he settles back in on the mound to face off against Aiden Robbins. First pitch, a strike. Robbins in his last game was against Falmouth. Had his first homer of the summer. The Texas transfer with an 0-1. In there for strike 2. Robbins struck out last time he was at the plate. Crabtree already with 5 punch-outs on the day. Marsh on first. Carter on third with 2 away. The 0-2. Robbins stays alive.
All right, Robbins struck out in the first inning. Quickly behind 0-2. Fights that one off to stay alive. See if he can turn this into an at-bat here, Gino, and eventually knock in the tying run.
Crabtree comes set. The 0-2. Marsh takes off for second. Popped foul again. Robbins, to end this past year at Seton Hall, had 8 hits and 4 runs in his final 2 games. He's a guy that can make contact. The 0-2. Bounce to short, Bates charges, sidearms to second, and there's out number 3. So Carter was on third, was ready to come home, but the Mariners leave him stranded. Still down 1-0 as we head to the top of the 4th here on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Packed house here at White House Field in Harwich. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Thanks so much for spending your Tuesday here on Cape League TV. 2-3-4 due up for the Harbor Hawks, starting with center fielder Matt Mira. Gabe Camacho on deck, and Ray Velazquez, the third baseman, in the hole. Matt Mira flew out in his last plate appearance. His first pitch outside for ball 1.
These two guys were teammates last year.
I was just going to get to that. Mira, University of Hawaii, second team All Big West this past year.
How cool is that?
Rodriguez stares him down on the mound, the rising senior out of Hawaii, which misses low and away.
How far do you think the flight from Hawaii to the Hyannis airport would be?
Oh, I would have no idea. I've never been to Hawaii. I've heard great things, though. Definitely a bucket list place I'd love to go. 2-0 misses high. So both Rodriguez and Mira rising seniors. Mira from Hawaii, from Honolulu. 3-0. It's the inner edge for strike 1.
What's so cool, I mean, it's expected. It's the Cape Cod Baseball League. The best of the best come here. But Mira led the team in batting average, runs scored, hits, just about every hitting category. And the same with Rodriguez, but the other way around.
Mira led the Big West in walks. As this one, Kennedy scoops it up after the first hop. He fires down to first for out number 1.
The first baseman from UC
That's why they call it the hot corner, Gino. We saw a rocket over there that he caught out of the air. That one a one hop. He actually turned his head and just picked it clean with the glove side. He's off to a good start defensively over there.
Kennedy flashes a smile at his dugout. Gabe Camacho. The left-hander, his first pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike one. Camacho grounded out so far today. Didn't play in the last game. Rather went 2 for 4 against YD last time out. He's quickly down 0-2 in the count.
In a league with so many hard throwers and guys that just pump with velo on the mound, Rodriguez is only bringing the fastball in there 88-90. He still has the strikeouts.
0-2. Popped up. Infield left side. Kennedy calls everyone off and gets the out.
The third baseman from
Kennedy's been busy so far today, especially in this inning. If you can see Kennedy right there, that the Mariners rocking the 4th of July hats.
I think they're going all week with those. That's pretty cool.
All the teams on the Cape will get those special 4th of July edition ball caps that look pretty good.
They look even better with the Mariners uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Those cream unis with the blue and red, white trim on the socks. I don't think anyone has a better 4th of July look than Harwich.
Yeah, I would, I mean, Bourne could be there, but they've got yellow instead of...
They don't have blue. I mean, they have white and red, but it's more of a black trim.
1-1. This one skied to center. Carter with the routine line out for out number 3. So 1-2-3 frame as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Mariners still down by 1. We'll be right back on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
All the festivities here at White House Field. Look at all the fans here to watch some Cape League baseball on a beautiful 74-degree evening in Harwich. We welcome you back on Cape League TV alongside Luke Brenneman. I'm Gino Antamarino. 4-5-6 due up in the Mariners order. Leading things off, Jake Kunan, the right fielder. Goes against Thomas Crabtree in his 4th inning of work. The rising junior at Tennessee has had quite the start. 5 strikeouts and has only given up 1 hit. The first pitch, swing and a miss. Crabtree, what a story for him. Played at Pearl River Community College in Mississippi his first year before transferring to Tennessee, as Kunan pops this one into shallow right. Jason Walk comes in and makes the catch. But Crabtree was first-team All-MACCC member, struck out 105 batters the first pitcher in program history to eclipse 100 since 2008. And he said, I grew up wanting to play for Tennessee. I was a fan of the team since I was little, and then made the transfer to the Vols for his sophomore season. So quite the story for him, living out his childhood dream. As the second pitch on Maloney, this is low.
He pitched very well in limited time at Tennessee, an ERA exactly at 3.00 in just 15 innings. So a younger guy, now a rising junior. He'll get more innings next year. He's earned it. But the Cape has really been a test for him. He has the talent to be here, but a lot of these guys are 50-plus innings and studs in college, like Rodriguez on the other side.
2-0. This one's crushed to deep left field. Luigi back at the wall, and he makes the catch. An acrobatic grab from the Hyannis left fielder, and there's two away in the bottom of the fourth.
Luigi was on that the whole way.
Yeah, Maloney got a solid chunk on that ball, and Luigi just tracked it down. First pitch for Kennedy outside.
That ball was hit on the screws, Gino, and we talked about Maloney trying to get out of this slump. Well, he did it with a bunt hit, and he laced that one to left. That's just not only an unbelievable catch, but a better jump from Luigi.
Maloney has looked quite solid so far today offensively. He's got the lone hit for the Mariners today. That last flyout got some oomph on it. He's currently riding a 3-game hit streak before today. So seems to be putting it all together, as we know he was bound to. The Oregon product was second on the team this past year for Oregon in hits. Kennedy rockets this one to deep left field. Luigi gonna have to make another play, and he does. Getting all the cardio in left field, Jeff Luigi. Back-to-back flyouts. And a 3-up, 3-down frame for the Mariners. We head into the top of the fifth. 1-0 ball game. Hyannis on top. Stick around on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
It's been a strong defensive showing from both teams in this one. Under the lights here at White House Field, alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Gino Antamarino. Top of the fifth, 5-6-7 due up for Hyannis. Ryan McKay, the second baseman, leading things off with Jeff Luigi. Boy, he had a busy end to the fourth. At back-to-back flyouts, he's on deck, the left fielder, and then in the hole, Hayden Federico, the designated hitter. Freddie Rodriguez, in his fifth inning of work, comes home with the first pitch. Swing and a miss to McKay.
It was a big inning here for Rodriguez. McKay hits 5th, but quietly leads this team in hits. He has 13, a 351 average. That's 2nd on the entire Cape, Gino, of qualified hitters.
Only behind Josiah Ragsdale on Brewster. The 0-1 misses outside. But again, another showing so far. Aside from that home run from Federico in the 3rd, that was the only hit of the day for the Harbor Hawks. It's the 1-1 in there for a strike. And the Mariners just continue to bring stellar offensive powered teams down. We expect that with the pitching and the defense. But so impressive going head-to-head with Hyannis, who's first in hits, runs, RBIs, batting average, on-base percentage. I mean, you name it. The Harbor Hawks are first in that category, and they've got just 1 hit so far. It's the 2-2. Shot in the air towards left field. It's going to be a tough play to make for Robbins, who drops it. Lost it in the sky, and McKay gets to second after Robbins, the left fielder, charged to try and make a play. Thought it was going foul, was running towards foul territory, and then at the last second had to jump backwards. So they rule it a hit as we see that replay there. It was in and out of the glove of Robbins. But regardless, a double for McKay puts him on second. As Jeff Lugie from the left side shows bunt, takes it away for strike 1.
There's a little bit of wind here. Not much. We've definitely seen more. It was a windy day today, so it's coming in bursts still.
0-1 smashed behind home plate. Winslow back at the wall, and it drops out of play. You could hear some shrieks from the fans. But our beat reporter, Jack Belanger, saying everybody's okay. Jack ready to spring into action if anyone got hit. He's giving me a thumbs up right now. He's ready to go. Good to know that we've got guys on this Mariners staff that can fulfill multiple roles. Not only can he write articles, but he can save lives too. It's good to know.
Versatile guy.
The 0-2 to Lugie. Inside at the waist, first ball of the count. Lugie had a couple of spectacular catches, as I mentioned earlier, to end the 4th inning. Back-to-back flyouts where he was on his horse. 1-2, bounce to second, Inouye with an athletic play to get him out at first. That advances McKay to 3rd. So with 1 away, out comes Hayden Federico.
Number 3, Hayden Federico.
Got to find a way to strand this runner. McKay should realistically be 2 down right now. Still waiting to see the official ruling on if that was a double or an error to start the inning.
Well, if it stands as a hit, it would be McKay's 3rd double of the summer, also his 3rd extra base hit.
This is when the Mariners have been at their best, though. Stranding runners, the infield now in.
First offering to Federico, misses low.
Doesn't help that this is the guy that has already taken Rodriguez deep, and all he needs to do is put a fly ball into the outfield with the speed of McKay at 3rd.
Federico with his first home run of the summer. This is outside with the 1-0.
This is what happens when you just can't score in the early innings. You just find yourself in a high leverage spot. It's just the 5th inning right now.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Fastball from Freddie Rodriguez, rising senior at Hawaii. If the green and orange glove didn't give it away already. As he comes set for the 2-1. Fouled straight back. Ball hit it, the netting right in front of us. Luke jumping out of the way, right next to me.
Oh, you didn't have to expose me, but
Luke,
I was
we
terrified.
got netting and you've got a window in front of you.
Oh my gosh, that woke me up a little bit.
And we've got Jack Belanger, our beat reporter slash
he was ready to just dive in front and make the play.
Right, ready to help.
Gold
if you
Glover.
went down injured. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A big-time punch-out from Rodriguez. He says, see you later to Federico after Federico went yard on him in his last plate appearance. So the third strikeout of the day for Rodriguez. There's 2 outs with McKay on third. And Brody Briggs gets set from the left side.
Unbelievable bounce back to strike out Federico with 1 out and a runner at third.
Briggs, a rising redshirt sophomore out of Arizona State. One of 8 Sun Devils to play in the CCBL this summer. Like to bring his batting average up, currently sitting at 105 after 6 games. As Rodriguez takes some time off the rubber.
The Mariners could get a big boost here. Can strand this runner at third, keep it a 1-run game.
The 1-1. Line to short, and what a catch from Maddox Maloney! Anyone want a snow cone? And the smile on his face as they leave Ryan McKay stranded on third. Hyannis still only up by 1 as we see that replay. Maloney hauling it in. You think he feels pretty good? We'll see if that defense leads to some offense. Mariners trying to get the offense to click. Only 1 hit so far, down 1-0. You won't want to miss it. Stick around on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
Welcome back to Harwich. Some youngsters getting after it in the White House woods, if you will. Playing a little wiffle ball, getting ready to be the next stars or future stars of the Cape Cod Baseball League. We welcome you into White House Field, a 1-0 Hyannis lead over the home Mariners alongside Gino Antamarino. I'm Luke Brenneman. Gino, the Mariners continuing to play a similar style of baseball. Just 1 hit now through 4 innings. They trail by 1.
Yeah, and, you know, in the last game against Bourne, they had 9 hits. I talked to Steve Englert after the game, and he said, yeah, the offense has been doing better than in the losing streak, right? They were on a 3-game losing streak before that win against the Braves, but he said we left a lot of meat on the bone, and this is a tough Hyannis team to go up against.
First pitch to Sam Harris is laced into the right side, ricochets off the second baseman McKay, and trickles into center. So a loud leadoff hit off the bat of Harris. And for the second time today, the Mariners have a leadoff base runner.
And I love that approach from Harris, not letting that first pitch go by him. We've seen that a lot from these Mariner hitters. Go up, be ready to go, and if you like the first pitch, swing at it.
Here's Macon Winslow. First pitch is up by his eyes. Look out, ball one. New pitcher for the Harbor Hawks after 4 innings of one-hit baseball from the starter Thomas Crabtree. Mitch Carricker goes to the right-hander out of Liberty, Tyler August. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Winslow walked in the third. But his first look here against the big right-hander, August.
How about the confidence from Harris? You struck out in your first plate appearance, and then the first pitch you face against a new pitcher, you get contact.
1-1 is upstairs. That puts Winslow ahead 2-1. Winslow's hitting 8th, making his first start of the summer in Harwich. He got in just about 2 days ago. And now the catching duo will be him and Conti, most likely the rest of the way. The 2-0 nails the outside corner. That evens the count at 2-2.
Some ACC foes. Conti from Wake Forest. Winslow now the UNC transfer from Duke.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The high fastball sits down Winslow. That's the first strikeout out of relief from Tyler August.
From Kansas State, number 2, Shintaro.
Way to settle in from Tyler August. I mean, not saying it rattles your confidence, but it's certainly something you have to take aback when the first pitch you throw to the leadoff hitter, the first batter you're going up against, he gets on off of a hit, and you settle back in and deliver a strikeout, an emphatic strikeout to Winslow.
First pitch to Shintaro Inoue is in there, strike 1. Inoue struck out swinging in the third. 1 on, 1 out. The Mariners trail by 1 in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1 pitch, that's away, 1-1. Take a peek at August's 2025 season, just his freshman year at Liberty. Went 2-2 for record, 19 appearances, a 4 flat earned run average. Struck out 36 batters in 27 innings. The 1-1, a wave and a miss. So Shintaro is behind 1-2. Inoue is rounding out Steve Englert's order tonight for the Mariners. So the top of the order is on deck, starting with Bristol Carter. Harris at first, 1-2 count. The pitch. A little bit high on a borderline fastball, 2-2. Hyannis 2 hits, 1 run. The Mariners now 2 hits after the Harris leadoff single in the 5th. But nothing to show for him. Here's the 2-strike offering. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. August quickly putting 2 down after a leadoff hit.
I mean, 3 straight fastballs from August, and every time Inoue was behind, those pitches were clocking in 94, 95, 95. And Inoue was, like I said, behind on every single one.
So the lineup turns over with 2 out. Harris still at first. Here's Bristol Carter. First pitch. Ground ball left side. Coming in, the shortstop Bates pitches to second. That's McKay for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mariners strand a leadoff hit from Harris. Still trail by 1 after 5. We'll be back with inning number 6 on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
A pitching duel on the 1st of July in Harwich. We welcome you into White House Field on Cape League TV. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. And what's new, Gino? The Mariners pitching staff continues to excel, but right there with them, keeping it close at least, the lineup shut out through 5. It's time for the top of the 6th. The starter, Freddy Rodriguez, back out there. So this will officially mark the longest outing of a Mariner pitcher this summer. Rodriguez had the previous, and now he's adding to it. So a true workhorse in the right-hander out of Hawaii. And he's going to get up against the best statistical lineup in the Cape tonight.
Yeah, and he's looked solid. I mean, he's done everything that you would want out of him except from giving up that home run shot from Federico. I mean, other than that, he's given up one other hit today. He's got 3 strikeouts. And other than that, it's been easy outs. I shouldn't say easy outs, but relatively easy outs for his defense.
First pitch swinging, the shortstop Charlie Bates rolls one over to first base. Harris taps the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's how you extend your outings. Rodriguez now into the 6th. 1-run baseball.
The right fielder from Oklahoma, number 6, Jason Walk.
So the lineup turns over with 1 out. And back to the leadoff hitter, Jason Walk, for the 3rd time tonight. He struck out and lined out to center. Rodriguez winds and fires. Walk shows bunt, pulls it away, but it's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Jason Walk, a rising junior at Oklahoma University, off to a good start here in Hyannis, hitting over 300 for average. The 0-1 offering. Inside, 1-1. With Freddy Rodriguez, he pitched 52 1/3 innings at school. And the last time he was out against Chatham, went 5 1/3. Saw him go deep into that game, just the 2nd or 3rd game of the summer in Falmouth, and here he is again. So we've seen guys on innings restrictions. Jake McCoy recently tugged out of Harwich, and he was a little bit higher in the collegiate season, but Rodriguez, he's not backing down, and his coaching staff from Hawaii is letting him go a little bit.
And the Mariners have to lean on guys like him, especially with Dempsey gone as well.
2-1 is cued into left, and beating the shift is Jason Walk. Just caught a piece of that off the top of the barrel, and a 1-out hit for the leadoff hitter in Hyannis. That's his first hit of the ball game.
The center fielder from Hawaii, number 8, Matthew Miura.
Rodriguez signaling over to his dugout. And I think that will be his cue to bring out Englert.
That's going to be it. Steve Englert calls to the bullpen. And for the first time, the Mariners go to a reliever. We'll have the new arm. It's a 1-0 ball game in the top of the 6th. The base runner for the Harbor Hawks will have the new arm when we come back on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery.
New arm for the Mariners, the left-hander that plays his college ball at North Carolina, Tom Chmielewski.
The center fielder
He comes in with 1 on and 1 out, trailing by 1 in the top of the 6th. Another marvelous start from Freddie Rodriguez. Went 5 1/3, just 3 hits. 1 run right now, but he's responsible for Jason Walk at first base. Here's Matt Mira. First pitch, runner goes, throw down to second, goes into center. Walk now is headed to third, and he's in there standing up. So the first runner that tries to go on Macon Winslow steals second and then takes third. So instant trouble now after 1 pitch from the reliever Chmielewski, a runner at third with 1 out.
Yeah, Winslow's timing was down, but just couldn't line that throw up. Unfortunate there. But now you've got, like you said, the runner on third in Walk.
Infield comes in, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Matt Mira, the hard-hitting center fielder, is 0 for 2 today. But a tough spot for Tom Chmielewski. Remember, Macon Winslow, the catcher, is now a UNC transfer. 1-1 is in the dirt, 2-1. So this connection is one that we're going to see starting around the fall when these guys head back to school and start practicing together.
Yeah, some good summer bonding. Get that connection down before the school season starts up.
The 2-1 pitch. Foul. So now in a 2-strike count is Matt Mira. Chmielewski looking for the strikeout stuff. Runner at third, 1 out. The Mariners trail by 1 in the top of the 6th. Lefty gets the signal and delivers. The 2-2. Up high, the count's full.
Chmielewski in his second appearance since pitching in the game against Orleans the first time. And that game went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. Also gave up a home run in that game as well. That was the 21st of June.
Payoff, bouncing ball up the middle, an RBI hit for Matt Mira. The Hawks extend their advantage to 2. And timely base running paired with nice hitting give the Hawks a 2-0 lead with 1 out and 1 on in the 6th inning.
Number 10, Gabe Camacho.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10 when the Harbor Hawks have a runner in scoring position, they're going to get it done. They've got, anytime they've got a runner in scoring position, they have the most RBIs on the Cape.
First pitch to the third hitter, Camacho, is in the dirt low, 1-0. So that run gets booked on Rodriguez. His line ends 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned. No walks again for the second consecutive outing. He's now gone over 10 innings without a walk, and he struck out 3. Check on the runner at first. Nothing doing over there. That's Matt Mira.
Got to keep checking on Amira, 4 for 5 on stolen bases this summer. One of the leaders in that category on his team.
Stole 18 at school this past season. He's running. The 1-0. Throw down to second. 1 hop. And Maloney can't corral it. Stealing another bag in this inning is the Harbor Hawks. That's Matt Mira, now in scoring position. Seems like Winslow's throw, the first one was way off and went well into center and arguably right center field, but that one's still more towards the second baseman in a way than the covering shortstop, Maddox Maloney.
Yeah, just trying to locate these throws. Also, I think he could put a little bit more mustard on it. It was going to be a close one at the bag. Obviously, that's what you hope for.
2-0 pitch. Bouncing ball to first on 1 hop. Harris is on it. Tags on the base. Advancing from second to third is Mira. A big second out for Harwich. And here's the cleanup hitter, Ray Velasquez. Chmielewski just looking to keep this a 2-run game now in the 6th.
Velasquez so far 0 for 2 on the day. He was 0 for 3 last time out against YD. He's tied for second on the team in hits.
Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch misses low, 1-0.
So a little bit of a rut he's in right now, trying to get out of it.
The Harbor Hawks excel at plating more than just 1 run when they score in an inning. They keep it coming, the snowball effect. The 1-0, way outside, a nice catch from Winslow behind the plate, saves a run, 2-0. But this is a spot for Harwich. If your offense is continuing to stay kind of deadlocked at the shutout mark right now, Chmielewski's got to try and do everything with his defense to just keep this a 2-0 game. The pitch. Fly ball, foul down the right field line, 2-1. So 2-1 the count to the cleanup hitter Velasquez. Hitless so far today. Runner at third, 2 out, 1 already in the top of the 6th. A 2-0 game. The pitch. Up and away again, 3-1. Chmielewski quickly back on the rubber. Gets the signal. Lines and fires. Ground ball to third. Kennedy diving. Has it. Will he beat the runner at first? Got him! D. Kennedy continues to dominate defensively. Saves a run at third base. The Mariners keep this a 2-run game. However, the Hawks played another in the 6th. 2-0 we head to the bottom half. The Mariners need to get the bats going on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group.
Tanner Marsh.
The Harbor Hawks double their lead here in Harwich after plating one in the top of the 6th. The score is now 2-0. A breezy, foggy, but nice night at White House Field. First pitch of the home half, a swing and a miss from the designated hitter Tanner Marsh, strike one. Marsh is 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout and a walk. Staying on the mound, the big right-hander Tyler August. The 0-1 bounces in the dirt, 1-1.
Aside from that last pitch, August is dealing with heat. He's working at about 94, 95 mile per hour fastballs. That's his go-to.
1-1, another hefty swing and a miss. So Marsh is behind 1-2. August came in the 5th inning, gave up a leadoff hit to Harris, and then stranded him on 3 consecutive outs, 2 via the strikeout. The 2-strike pitch. Ground ball to short. Coming in is Charlie Bates. A sidearm throw on 1 hop. Skips away from the first baseman. Marsh on his way to second. The ball trickles up to the chain link fence. It's out of play. And the Mariners in business now to start the bottom of the 6th. An infield hit and then a throwing error.
The left fielder from Texas, number 24,
puts the DH on second base. And with a runner in scoring position and nobody out, here is Eden Robbins.
I've been happy with the production early this summer from Marsh. Only in his 3rd game so far this summer, he's got hits in every single one of his games. He's got a walk today as well as that single. He's someone that can certainly bring some offense to the table for the Mariners.
So here's Robbins, a righty-righty matchup. First pitch, foul. Jam shot over the Harbor Hawks dugout. Both teams looking to start July with a win. The Harbor Hawks coming off a rare loss for them, 8 wins in their first 12 games. They lost to YD in 9 innings on Sunday night. The 0-1. That's inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Mariners, before the off day, snapped a 3-game losing skid, a 2-0 win at Bourne. But now they trail 2-0 at White House Field in the 6th. The 1-1. Up high, a nice take. Robbins gets ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Mariners trying not to fall to 0-3 against teams that are above 500 so far this summer. This would be a big win for them early. I guess you could say approaching the middle stages.
Swinging a foul evens the count at 2-2. Aiden Robbins coming off an unbelievable college season at Seton Hall. 422 average, had 86 hits, scored 63 runs. And he packed his bags and he's headed to the SEC, going to Texas. We'll see if the Longhorn can get a hit here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the fastball. Tyler August bringing the heat in Harwich. That one came in at 91.
Third strikeout of the day for August. And a lot of these Mariner hitters have just been behind the fastball. It's been a common theme throughout this summer. Just clocking a little bit slow on the swing around the fastball, and they've gone down to it plenty of times.
Here's the cleanup hitter, Kunan. Ball in the dirt with the off speed. Kunan swinging a hot bat right now, and that's why he's the cleanup hitter. We talked about in previous broadcasts, Gino, Jake Kunan's a guy that wasn't even an everyday player through the first, say, 2 weeks of this young summer. Now he's becoming the go-to guy. The 1-0, fouled off, 1-1. But we talked to him pregame, and this is just one of those guys. He's an Ivy League school guy, so you can tell a smart guy, Princeton Tiger, but he's always locked in.
Yeah.
Even when we try and mess with him, try and get something out of him, he's pretty disciplined and true to his craft.
Absolutely. He stays focused.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That high fastball is working right now for Tyler August.
Kunan did say he was a fan of the broadcast, so that's always good to hear.
At least we have one.
That's 2. My mom listens in every once in a while.
The 1-2. Swing and a drive. Left field. Way back. This game is tied. Jake Kunan ties the game at 2 apiece on a no-doubter to left. And that's why he's the new cleanup hitter in Harwich.
Wow. Kunan just got all of that. His second home run of the summer. He has really found his groove on offense. And this is a whole new game. Whole new game here in Harwich. And that fires up everybody in the Mariner dugout.
A hefty crowd here at White House Field. And finally something to cheer about offensively. You're right, Gino. A new game now in the bottom of the 6th, 2-2. First pitch is low to Maddox Maloney. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Just a reminder that that's a Mariner home run and another $500 to the Harwich Fund donated by Harry Ellis Builder. The 1-0 misses, 2-0 to Maloney. A Cape craftsman providing all phases of building construction and remodeling for Cape homeowners for over 45 years. You love to read that advertisement. 2-0 pitch. Weak chopper. Coming in from third is Velasquez. Makes the routine play for out number 2.
Shout out our TrackMan intern, Paige Gray, with the stats on that Kunan home run exit velocity. You want to take a guess?
That one was poked. I'm going to say 101?
103.
Whoa.
383 feet to left.
D. Kennedy, first pitch swinging a foul. So nobody on now with 2 outs, but a 2-2 game and 2 in on the 2-run shot from Jake Kunan. The 0-1 pitch. Clips the inner part of the plate. Kennedy didn't like it. Buckles himself at the knees. Now behind 0-2. D. Kennedy has made a couple nice plays at third base tonight, but hitless so far. The 2-strike pitch skips in the dirt, 1-2. But we were talking to Kunan, like we had said during the at-bat, and he said the part of the broadcast that he listened to was us talking about him hitting home runs over the Green Monster at Fenway Day. And he said, was I really hitting him over there? I couldn't even see. The 2-strike pitch in the dirt, 2-2. But we were like, heck yeah, you were. We were sitting up there trying to catch him, and then when they actually came up there, we both ducked and got out of the way.
Yeah, as soon as you see it coming in, you're like, yeah, I'm not sticking my hand
103
up.
off the bat, sure.
Put a hole through your hand.
2-2, got him looking. That ends the 6th. Tyler August strikes out 2, but not before Kunan goes yard. An entire new start through 6. It's 2-2. Don't go anywhere. We head into their latter 3 on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
We are all square at White House Field. 2-2. Jake Kunan, a 2-run homer to tie it up in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's time for the top of the 7th. Due up for the Harbor Hawks, Ryan McKay, Jeff Luigi, and Hayden Federico. Alongside Gino Antamarino, I'm Luke Brenneman. Staying on the mound, the left-hander, Tom Chmielewski. First pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 1. Chmielewski came in the 6th inning with 1 on and 1 out. Gave up a hit to Matt Mira. That drove in the runner. 0-1 is poked into left for a leadoff single. So back-to-back hits now for Ryan McKay. He stays hot, hitting over 360 for average in the Cape. But back to the bottom of the 6th, Gino, that is at least one of those big hits towards the middle to later stages of a ball game that the Mariners have just been looking for all summer.
It absolutely is, and it reminds me of the game the last time they played Hyannis at Hyannis. They lost that game, but had runners in scoring position that they just couldn't bring across.
Low and away to Jeff Luigi. Luigi is playing left. Grounded out twice so far tonight. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Inoue doesn't tag the lead runner, but beats Luigi at first base. But now the question is, did Ryan McKay step out of the baseline? Coming over from first base is Connor Tierney. And now out of the dugout, Mariner manager Steve Englert. What did you think about it, Gino? Was he out of the baseline?
It's tough to see where we're sitting. I'd like to see another shot of it, but
we know that Inoue is a sure-handed second baseman, and he normally makes the right play. Regardless whether it was the correct play or not, got to give credit to Ryan McKay at second base for at least initially dodging the tag.
Yeah, for sure. Going over some scores around the Cape. Katuitt.
How about them?
Beating YD. 8-2.
Snapped a 9-game winning streak.
Snapping a 9-game winning streak. Katuitt not having lights. That game ended after 8. As the official rule saying that McKay is safe on second. But yeah, some pretty crazy stuff around the league. Katuitt, a team was struggling to start the summer off, taking down a heavy hitter. Mariners trying to do that today, taking down a heavy hitter in Hyannis.
Well, here's a hitter that has already gone deep tonight, Federico. First pitch, a wave and a miss, strike 1. Federico had a solo shot in the 3rd inning. That started the scoring here in Harwich. Since then, struck out in the 5th. Runner in scoring position, a 2-2 game in the top of the 7th, 1 down. The 0-1. Fouled. So quickly ahead 0-2 is the left-hander Tom Chmielewski.
Chatham with a ton of runs in the top of the 4th, up 9-0 over Wareham. The Mariners play Wareham tomorrow at Wareham.
That's a long trip for us, Gino.
It is. Brewster up 3-0 over Orleans in the top of the 6th. And Bourne trying to snap a 4-game losing skid, down 8-5 to Falmouth in the top of the 7th.
The 2-strike pitch. Got him swinging. On 3 pitches, Chmielewski strikes out Federico. So now 2 out, but a runner still at second in a game tied at 2. That's Chmielewski's first strikeout tonight out of relief, now working on an inning and 2/3 of action.
There's been a couple times today where Hyannis gets a runner in scoring position, the lead-off hitter, and then the Mariners' defense settles in.
First pitch in a lefty-lefty matchup. A bouncer to Inoue at second, lets it come to him, pumps it once, and the play was close, but in time. After a leadoff single from McKay, the Mariners strand a runner in scoring position. This game stays tied. We'll see if they can take the lead in the home half of the 7th when we come back on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Check out those youngsters jamming out to the Dancing Queen. Gino, I know you're a big music guy.
Oh, yeah. Love me some music. It doesn't matter what genre. I listen to all of it.
You know every song that they play pregame, but what's your favorite?
Ooh. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. There's some heaters. Steve Englert's got a CD. I mean, how many places here on the Cape still use CDs?
Swing and a miss, strike one to Sam Harris. But we know you like one of them more than others in particular.
Hey, I'm blanking on the name right now. I forget what it's called, but it's a good one.
The 0-1 is foul tipped, 0-2. I mean, nobody's making fun of you. We're just interested in what that song might be.
No, it's a great song. If I remembered it, I would say it, but I'm blanking on it right now. It's a great song.
Do you mind like singing the chorus verse? What is it, like You Can Do It?
I'm not – see, that one I think is second favorite.
Okay. The 2-strike offering. Got him on 3 pitches. A strikeout to start the bottom of the 7th for Harris.
They have – what's the song? I think it's called Business. You know, they used to play it at the Red Sox games. Any Red Sox fans out there, they played it before the game a few years ago. It's like, let's get down to business.
Sure.
Are we
Little
gonna get,
electronic
Are we going to
music
get
there.
copyrighted if I sing?
Well, you're so good at it that probably.
I know. There people are going to say, oh, my gosh, we've got the actual singer on the headset right now.
Gino Antamarino, a man of many talents with a microphone. 0-1 the count to Winslow. Pushes this one to right, carrying back his walk and catching it right up against the wall for out number 2. Macon Winslow was just feet away from breaking this tie and clubbing his first homer of the summer. But that won't cut it. So 2 outs, nobody on for the 9-hole hitter, Shintaro Inoue.
This is the most power I have seen the Mariners hit with this summer. A few of them flyouts, but, I mean, they're getting back to the wall.
First pitch, a high fastball. Inoue nods his head yes as he gets ahead 1-0. Remember, Kennedy hit one hard to left. Maloney hit one harder to left. Both outs. And now that one was the other way from Winslow. So some serious pop out of the catcher playing at North Carolina next season.
If you're an opponent, don't let this Mariner offense get hot because that's going to be a wagon.
3 consecutive balls to Shintaro Inoue. He leads the team in walks. He stays put in the left-handed batter's box. Tyler August now working on his 3rd inning of action, has given up 3 hits and 2 runs. The 3-0. Fastball finds the top part of the strike zone, 3-1. Got to be inspired by putting the ball in play tonight. A 5-pitch walk. The Mariners have a 2-out base runner in Inouye.
Who else? Inouye so good at drawing walks. Leads the team in that category. He's now got 8 through 10 games played. He's got such a good eye.
So a runner at first with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, tied at 2 at White House Field. Top of the order, Bristol Carter. First pitch fastball clips the outside corner, strike 1. Feels like right now wouldn't be a bad time for the top of the order, starting with Inouye after that walk to get something going here in the 7th. 0-1 is in the dirt, 1-1. Some action in the Harbor Hawk bullpen down the right field line. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Carter tried to hit that one where Kunan put it into the woods. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Another tight one down the stretch in Harwich. 2-2. Runner on, 2 out. The pitch. Runner goes. Pitch was away. Strike 3 called, so the runner Inouye, who was out by a mile. It doesn't matter anyway. Carter strikes out to end the 7th. The Mariners strand 1. This game is tied. We head to inning number 8 on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Welcome back to White House Field in Harwich on the Cape. A breezy, foggy, but nice night here.
Leading off for the Hawks,
Leading off will be the 9-hole hitter, Charlie Bates. Bates is 0 for 2 so far tonight. Chmielewski stays in the game for the Mariners. Came in with 1 out in the 6th. Now working into the 8th inning. First pitch of a lefty-lefty matchup. Swinging a foul straight back, 0-1.
I've been really impressed with this Mariner defense. A couple of times they've let the leadoff batter get aboard, even in scoring position.
0-1 pitch. Just a little bit outside, 1-1.
But after that, they've just gone the easy outs the rest of the way. I mean, they did that in the 7th. They did that in the 5th.
That's in, 2-1.
But in that 5th inning, we had the leadoff double from McKay. They follow that up with a ground out, a strikeout, and then that huge line out from Maddox Maloney at short.
2-1 pitch. Jam shot towards short. Maloney makes the play on the run. Add another tally to a nice defensive play from the left side of the Mariners infield tonight.
He's been so stellar today. I was just saying about how that line out in the fifth, to be honest with you, Luke, I think that changed the game in favor of the Mariners. I think that was the turning point.
And then Kunan went deep in the bottom of the sixth. And that's where we stand right now with one out in the top of the eighth. The leadoff hitter, Jason Walk. So the switch hitting Walk digs in for the first time tonight from the right-handed batter's box. (1-0). Finds the bottom of the zone, 1-1.
Chmielewski trying to settle in here.
Away with the fastball, 2-1. You got to think this could be the final inning of action for Chmielewski. There is action in the Harwich bullpen. That looks like Cooper Harrington, the Liberty product. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. Walk singled and scored in the sixth inning. Stole 2 bases on his way to scoring there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on. 1 down in the eighth. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chmielewski fans Jason Walk for out number 2.
A nice pitch from Chmielewski there.
From Hawaii, number 8, Matthew.
And we've seen this before where the Mariners, they'll get 2 outs in an inning with nobody aboard, and they'll go to the bullpen, bring in a new pitcher. That way, you get your feet wet without having to go through an entire half inning. You just need to get out 1. It's a lot easier than trying to start a fresh inning and trying to get 1, 2, 3.
So Chmielewski is done. Harrington on the mound with 1 on and 2 outs in the eighth. We'll be back when he's done warming on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses.
The center fielder from Hawaii, number 8.
The Mariners go to Cooper Harrington, the right-hander out of Liberty. With 2 down in the eighth, there's nobody on. A 2-2 tie against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. The Harbor Hawks have won 8 of their first 13 games this summer, the best in the West Division of the Cape Cod Baseball League. First pitch to Matt Mira, a strike on the outside corner.
How about 5-1 on the road this summer as well for Hyannis. Winning games anywhere.
The 0-1 offering. Mira jabbed but didn't go. 1-1. You really liked the Harbor Hawks Stadium.
Oh, yeah, that was...
the Osprey Nest.
Oh, don't even get me started. That was a beautiful sight. Those were cool. Cool birds.
1-1 is blistered into left, and it falls. So a 2-out hit for Matt Mira, his second hit of the night. And now a base runner with 2 down in the 8th for Hyannis.
Now, anything can happen with 2 outs, but this is why I like Angler going to the bullpen when you have 2 outs. You didn't have a base runner on. Because now Harrington, he's got a base runner, but he's just 1 out away from ending the inning rather than having to now record 3 outs with a base runner.
On the flip side, you could argue that maybe just let Chmielewski get out of the 8th and get this game to inning number 9 with the arm that was already put down the first 2 batters.
Sure.
The speedy Mira's on first base. They check on him. He stole a base after his RBI single in the 6th. The batter is Camacho, 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch swinging, strike 1.
How about the pitching yet again for the Mariners? Showing off. 2 earned runs, just 5 hits allowed to the best offense on the Cape.
The 0-1, fouled straight back. So Harrington gets ahead of Camacho 0-2.
You know what's also impressive, Luke? Not to cut you off. No walks given up so far today by the Mariners.
And you got to love that. The scouts got to love that. That's guys not pitching afraid. They trust their stuff, and from a teammate perspective, they trust their defense, and why not? We've seen some stellar plays all over the place from this Mariner defensive unit. The 2-strike pitch, that hit off the end of the bat. Foul. That was way in on the hands of Camacho. And I think when he was just trying to get out of the way, hit the bottom end of the bat. So the count stays 0-2, 2 outs. Runner on first is Matt Mira. A game tied at 2 in the 8th. The crowd claps at White House Field, trying to get this game or keep this game tied into the home half. They check on the runner at first, a close play. But back in time is Mira. Due up for the Mariners in the bottom of the 8th, Marsh, Robbins, and Kunan. That's 2, 3, and 4. The 0-2, runner goes. Popped him up. A high fly in the infield. Navigating the lights is Inouye. And he makes the play. He kisses the ball and his Kansas State purple webbing on that mitt. That's out number 3. We're tied. Headed to the bottom of the 8th on Cape League TV. Don't go anywhere.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local.
For the Mariners, the designated hitter from Liberty.
Bottom of the 8th in Harwich. It is officially July 1. Take a look at those new lids that the Mariners will be rocking throughout this week, approaching the 4th of July on the Cape. But for now, a 2-2 game in the bottom of the 8th. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Mariners. First pitch to Tanner Marsh is a fastball down the middle. New arm for the Harbor Hawks, the left-hander Griffin Graves. Plays his college ball at Auburn. Went 4-1 over the school year with a 4.63 ERA. The 0-1 is a high foul down the right field line. So Marsh is behind 0-2. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Has a single, a strikeout, and a walk. Looking to protect in an 0-2 count. The pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. Gino, this is the part of the order where you got to think, you could maybe win the game right here in the 8th.
Yeah.
Pick up a run or two and then go shut the door in the top half of the 9th. The 1-2. Liner into right for a hit. Marsh continues to come up big in the later innings for the Mariners. That's his second hit of the day and a leadoff base runner to start the bottom of the 8th for Harwich.
He has been pivotal for this Mariners offense. Third game for the Mariners this summer. He's got hits in every single one of those games. He's got 2 tonight, and that could be a sign of things to come for not just him, but the rest of this Mariner offense.
Well, trying to put some hits together in the 8th. Here's Aiden Robbins. Takes a pitch away, 1-0. Robbins 0 for 3 tonight. But there's a reason he's hitting third in Steve Englert's lineup. Hit over 400 for average at Seton Hall this past school year. The 1-0. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second. Got him by a mile. The Mariners continue to try and run on Brody Briggs. And he hosed Marsh with ease on second base. That's a tough one.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. The Mariners heading into today, 25 stolen bags. That was third most on the Cape.
The 1-1. Swinging a liner down the right field line. Foul.
As we check the replay there, I mean, Briggs did a nice job of just queuing that one up and being efficient with getting the ball out of his glove and making the throw down.
2-strike pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Robbins down on strikes for the third time tonight. So after the caught stealing and strikeout in the same at-bat, there's nobody on for Jake Kunan. Kunan had the 2 RBI homer in the 6th. A 2-2 game now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. A lefty-righty matchup. You don't want to bring it up, Gino, but we all know what Jake Kunan's thinking. First pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 1.
For the most part, Kunan stays disciplined. You saw that on that last pitch. You know, you're feeling it after getting a home run, but you settle back in your next at-bat. You don't try and kill it again. You let the ball come to you.
The 1-0 pitch. Foul down the right field line. Kunan just a little bit late.
You can tell by his reaction he wanted that one back. You mentioned it just a little bit late. But as soon as he made contact, he started shaking his head. He wanted that pitch again.
The Auburn Tiger digs back in. Graves gets set and to the plate. Check swing. It was a strike the whole way. Kunan fixes his batting gloves behind 1 and 2 with nobody on and 2 outs. Cooper Harrington will be back on the rubber for the top of the 9th as the Mariners pitcher came in with 2 outs in the 8th. The 2-strike pitch. Swinging a foul. You know Kunan's seeing it well because every time he fouls a pitch off or takes a strike, he's slapping his bat, a little frustrated with himself. And being around Jake Kunan, now seeing him through 12, 13 games this summer, this is the most focused I've seen the right-handed hitter. Graves gets set. The 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a curveball. So back-to-back strikeouts to end the 8th. This game stays tied at 2. Into the 9th we go, a 2-2 game on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
All tied up in the 9th. Hyannis and Harwich deadlocked at 2 apiece. But before we start the 9th inning, just want to remind everybody this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Hyannis 6 hits, 2 runs. The Mariners 5 hits, 2 runs. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Harbor Hawks to start the top of the 9th. Ray Velasquez, the third baseman, is 0 for 3 tonight and has a date with Cooper Harrington in a righty-righty matchup in a tie ball game. Gino, what would a win for the Mariners mean tonight?
It would be huge against the top hitter in Hyannis.
Strike 1 down the middle.
And you would go up on a 2-game winning streak. And we've talked about the schedule coming up for the Mariners this week. It's a gauntlet. You got 6 straight games. You're going up against some of the top teams on Cape.
Swinging a bouncing ball right back to Harrington. Flips it to first. 1 up, 1 down. A good start to the 9th. So with 1 out and nobody on, the guy who has done some damage to the Mariners tonight, the second baseman, Ryan McKay, stands in second in the entire Cape with a batting average over .350. He doubled in the 5th and singled in the 7th. So trying to end this run of hits for McKay. First pitch, a laser up the middle. Maloney can't get there on the dive. And 3 consecutive hits for Ryan McKay. He is on fire in Hyannis.
Someone else that was on fire and still is Maloney. I thought he was going to track that down. I mean, he had a nice approach to that liner and just came up empty-handed. But if there's someone to make that tough play over at short, it's Maddox Maloney.
Jeff Lugie, the left fielder, digs in to the left-handed batter's box. Two and two the count, top 9, 1 down, runner at first. They check on him, and Harrington threw it away. Advancing to second is McKay. Thought about third, but Harris got there in time. The ball took a big bounce off the wall. So thankfully for Harwich, McKay just takes second. That's an important base.
Yeah, it's a tough mistake to make at this stage of the game. Harrington knows that, but you got to have the memory of a goldfish in these moments. Can't be worried about that. You got to settle back in and deliver a strike.
Luigi the batter, first pitch. Fastball on the outer edge, strike one. Luigi nods his head, yep, he knew it was a strike, and now digs back in for a battle. Runner in scoring position, McKay. 2-2 game, one down, top of the ninth. Harrington from the stretch, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two.
It's a nice pitch from Harrington there. Back-to-back fastballs, 91, 90, but it's where he's placing them that's so important. That one was close in on the hands.
0-2 the count. Runner at second. Harrington looks at McKay and deals to the plate. Popped up foul. Luigi stays alive. Want to try and prevent McKay from getting to third. We know Harrington's a big strikeout guy. He likes to change speeds. How about the dog pile going on out there? Come watch the game. We got a 2-2 game with a runner in scoring position in the ninth.
It was over that foul ball.
Some serious souvenirs flying out of here. The 0-2. Push down the left field line, but foul. Luigi will see another.
There they go again.
But like I was saying with McKay, you don't want to get him to third base because Harrington likes to throw that curveball in the dirt. And Winslow, the catcher, just his first start of the summer. If one can get away, that would hurt. The 0-2 pitch. High fly, left field, going back is Robbins, tracking, making the over-the-shoulder catch. The runner tags from second to third. The throw comes into third, a bang-bang play. But McKay is there in time. Nice base running from the Harbor Hawks. Puts McKay at third base, but two down in the top of the ninth inning.
The designated hitter from Ole Miss, number 3, Hayden
Robbins,
Federico.
a little bit of an unorthodox approach to that ball. It was a nice grab and a pretty nice throw, too. I mean, it was a little off, obviously. You'd like it to be closer to the base path, but heck of a throw.
You would like for him to get under it more and have some more oomph in the throw to step into it, but he was actually playing in on the left-handed hitter, so had to run back. Here's Federico, first pitch. Too high with the fastball, 1-0.
Federico today, 2 strikeouts, but had a home run back in the third.
The most important at-bat of this ball game so far. Runner at third, 2 down, top of the ninth. We're tied at 2. The 1-0 pitch. In there, strike one. Gino, you mentioned it. The solo shot in the third inning off the bat of Federico. It ricocheted up against the White House Field scoreboard.
Yeah, it was a bomb.
All he needs is a hit here. The 1-1. Low, nice block from Winslow. 2-1. First base is open. Brody Briggs, the hitless catcher, on deck. The pitching coach, Hunter Dilworth, calls time, and we'll have a word with Harrington. What do you think this conversation is?
I think it's just talking to your closer, right? You're trying to get him in the right state of mind. You're 1 out away from going into the bottom of the ninth. You got a runner on third. Just making sure that he's ready to go, and I'm sure he is, but always nice to have one of your coaches come in and give you a little bit of a pep talk and ease any sort of tension you may have.
Harrington came in that game against YD at home last week and gave up a hit in the ninth inning. The Mariners lost that one 3-1. A lot of trust going to the youngster from Liberty in the later innings. The 2-1 pitch. Up and away, 3 balls and 1 strike. The moment continues to amplify here at White House Field. A large crowd for the first game of July. 2-2, Hyannis and Harwich. Runner at third, McKay. A 3-1 count to Hayden Federico. Breaking ball drips into the zone, and it's full.
Nice pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 apiece. You think he goes fastball or back to the off speed?
I think he goes fastball here. That was a 78-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Might try and blow him down with a 91 here.
Payoff. Bouncer to Inouye at second. He's there. And the side is retired. Well done, Cooper Harrington. This game stays tied, and the Mariners a chance to win it in the bottom of the 9th on Cape League TV.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Here we go. Bottom of the 9th, a tie game at 2 apiece. The Mariners looking to get over 500 against the second best team in the Cape, Hyannis. Coming into White House Field, they scored the first 2 runs of the game. But a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 6th from Jake Kunan tied it at 2, and it's stayed that way ever since. Maddox Maloney steps in for a lefty-righty matchup to start the bottom of the 9th. Pitch in the dirt low, 1-0. It'll be Maloney, Kennedy, and Harris. 2 hits out of those 3 so far tonight.
I like this 3 for the Mariners.
Griffin Graves back out there for his second inning of work. The 1-0 is high, 2-0.
Maloney's got a hit today. He's made some great plays over at short today. He's feeling it. You can tell, had a smile on his face. He's ready to go.
2-0 is away. 3 balls and no strikes to Maloney. Now, Gino, I'm going to ask you the question. Maloney, a power guy, 15 homers at Oregon. Does he have the green light here?
Absolutely.
The pitch. Right down the middle with the heater. 3-1. Now you really got to strap in those Oregon Duck batting gloves and be ready to hit a fastball center cut. We know Maloney could end it in one swing. The 3-1. Lost his bat on the foul. So a chance to catch his breath in a high leverage spot in the bottom of the 9th. Griffin Graves came in the 8th, gave up a leadoff single to Tanner Marsh, but Marsh was caught stealing on the next pitch by the catcher Brody Briggs. He's already done that twice tonight to Harwich. Struck out Robbins, struck out Kunan, and now a 3-2 count to the Mariners shortstop. Maloney has his bat. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Right by him with the fastball. Maloney strikes out.
The third baseman from
Wow.
Kansas State, number 11.
You got to
Kennedy.
give a ton of credit to Griffin Graves fighting back in that count. A 93-mile-per-hour heater sails past Maloney.
Now, do you remember on Sunday night, D. Kennedy came in the ninth with a pinch hit opportunity and went yard against the Bourne Braves. It was a 2-0 Mariner win. That cut a 3-game losing streak. And here we are in the bottom of the ninth with Kennedy against Hyannis. The 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1.
Kennedy's got the power. We've seen it today. Had a flyout that was right on the track.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Must have heard us talking up here, because he was looking into the seats with that swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. 2-strike pitch. Did that hit him? I guess it didn't. So that evens the count at 2-2. Sam Harris is on deck. Two-strike pitch. Got him looking. Kennedy strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. The Mariners have struck out 15 times in this ballgame.
The first baseman from Virginia, number 30, Sam
And that's
Harris.
pretty crazy, given that the offense, in my opinion, yes, they only have 5 hits, but you know, they've gotten some good muscle, some good oomph on a lot of these balls. The hardest hit balls we've seen all summer.
So 2 down, nobody on. A lefty-lefty matchup with Sam Harris. First pitch chopped at the plate, foul, 0-1. Harris is 1 for 3 tonight, singled in the 5th, and has struck out twice. Like so many other Mariners, I mean, this pitching staff for Hyannis, 15 strikeouts. That's no joke. The 0-1. Low and away, 1-1.
Thought that just missed. 94-mile-per-hour heater.
Graves gets set and heads home. Skips one in the dirt, 2-1. Macon Winslow is on deck if we get there. A 2-1 count to Sam Harris. Harris, a Duke Blue Devil, transferring to Virginia. Winslow on deck, another Blue Devil transferring. 2-1 is up and in. 3 balls and 1 strike. Got to think, if you can just get a base runner here. Saw Winslow poke one towards the wall the last time he was up. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Graves has risen to the moment so far in the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs, nobody on, a 3-2 count. The payoff. Inside, ball 4. Was looking to strike out the side and just missed. So the Mariners have a spark of hope in the bottom of the ninth. And it would only make sense for the newest Mariner making his debut, a returner of the championship team in 2024, is going to have a word with Steve Englert.
I wonder if they're talking with...
Well, Carter knows this kid. It's an Auburn pitcher.
Right.
Wow, would you look at that? His own teammate snitching on him in the bottom of the ninth.
Hey, they're friends at Auburn, but tonight they're foes.
Harris at first. Winslow making his debut, due up for a lefty-righty matchup.
And just as I expected, pinch running for Harris is going to be the speedster Trey Broussard. I wasn't sure if they were going to go to that, but obviously Broussard, one of, if not the fastest guys on the Cape. Second on the team in stolen bases.
Pinch running for the Mariners from Houston, number 3, Trey Broussard.
It's a good option to go to.
So that might end the fastest Mariner debut, or debate, because Brini didn't play tonight either. and they chose Broussard off the bench for his wheels. Remember what Trey did against Chatham last week on first base in the ninth? He scored on a pitch, or at least a throw over to first that got away from the Anglers. Broussard already a healthy lead. Winslow the batter, the first pitch. Swing and a miss. The Mariners continue to stay just a little bit late and under the first pitch fastballs. Macon is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. The 0-1. Plunks him. Winslow wears it off the elbow guard. And don't look now, but 2 on, a runner in scoring position. And Shintaro Inoue is due up.
Carter talking with Inoue now.
The second baseman from Kansas State.
Inoue 0 for 2,
Inoue.
2 strikeouts and a walk.
Shinny, his nickname inside of the dugout. The biggest spot so far for Inoue this summer. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 9, first pitch. A little bit low with the fastball. That was as close as they come.
Yeah.
1-0. Broussard, the speedster at second. He can score on anything down into the outfield. A lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. That's down the middle, 1-1. Inoue so far tonight, a walk and 2 strikeouts. He leads this team in walks. Bristol Carter is on deck. One pitch. Low, 2-1. The strike zone tightens in the bottom of the ninth. Home plate umpire Sam Finn giving the borderline calls to the Kansas State product Shintaro Inoue. Griffin Graves gets set on the rubber. The 2-1 offering. Inside, 3-1. Inoue gonna get a pitch to hit here. 2 on, 2 out. Tied at 2 in the bottom of the ninth. The Mariners looking to take down the best team in the West. The 3-1. Swing and a miss.
Inoue's been slow on those fastballs all day today. That one clocked in at 93. He's been behind with the swing.
The runners will be in motion. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff. Got him looking. A fastball right at the top of the zone, and Inoue goes down on strikes. We head to extras in Harwich, 2-2. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
If you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
There hasn't been a ton of training when it comes to bat speed or products for players to be able to train bat speed. You can improve your bat speed and reach your goals working 10 to 15 minutes a day on this a couple of times a week. That's a no-brainer for every player.
Free baseball in Harwich. A tie at 2. We head to inning number 10 at White House Field. The Mariners strand 2 in the bottom of the ninth. Shintaro Inoue struck out looking from the left-hander Griffin Graves. He did a nice job in the 8th and 9th. Staying on the mound is Cooper Harrington for Harwich.
State, number 32, Brody Briggs.
Runner at second base is Hayden Federico, so a ghost runner in extras. We only play 10 innings total in the Cape League. The batter is Brody Briggs. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight. Kyle Wolf comes in at first base after Sam Harris was pinch run for. The bunt is down, and it's a good one. Harrington throws to first in time to get the catcher Brody Briggs, but a job well done on the sacrifice bunt to put Federico in scoring position, or over to third with one out.
Kyle Wolf. The shortstop from Stanford.
This Hyannis team is so good at bringing in runs that are in scoring position. They know how to work it. They've got the most RBIs on the Cape when they have a runner in scoring position.
The Hawks looking to just be the second team in the Cape to 9 wins on the summer. 8-4 coming into White House Field tonight. Runner at third, one down in the top of the 10th. This is the shortstop, Bates. He spits on a fastball high, 1-0. Bates, like many others, hitless so far tonight, 0 for 3. It's been the combination of Freddie Rodriguez, Tom Chmielewski, and now Cooper Harrington on the rubber for Harwich. The infield's in. The 1-0. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Harrington has strikeout stuff, looking for that here.
Second time the Mariners have gone into extras so far this summer. The last time was against Chatham. That was a 7-7 tie.
The Mariners scored 4 runs in the top of the 10th and ended up tying the Anglers, trying to get their first win in extras this summer. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled down the left field line, so Harrington gets to 2 strikes. Harrington so far has gone an inning and 2/3, given up just 2 hits, has not allowed a run. 1-2 count to the 9-hole hitter Charlie Bates in the top of the 10th. Runner at third is Federico. The 2-strike pitch bounces in the dirt. The count's even at 2-2. An off day yesterday for everybody besides Adam Arthur and Kyle Wolf, who made the trip to Citi Field to play against the top draft prospects. But now we're here. The 2-2 pitch. Got him looking. Cooper Harrington delivers the goods with 1 down and a runner at third in the 9th. A massive strikeout for Harwich.
Number 6, Jason Walk.
That's a big-time pitch. I mean, you talk about a guy in Harrington not bending, not breaking, putting it in the strike zone, and that's all you can ask for.
So Federico stays at third. The lineup flips over for the switch-hitting Jason Walk. First pitch. On the outer edge, strike 1. The infield now scoots back with 2 outs. The play is at first base. The shortstop, Maddox Maloney, is shifted right behind the second base bag, playing to the pole hitter, Jason Walk, from the left side. 0-1. Same spot, same result, 0-2. The Mariners trying to keep this thing tied and go win it in the 10th. The top of the order is due up for Harwich. 0-2 the count to Jason Walk. 2 down in the 10th. The pitch. Foul.
Way to stay alive from Walk. Just kind of an emergency swing.
Walk has singled and scored in the 6th, struck out twice, and lined out to center. 1 for 4 on the night. He's behind 0-2 in the 10th. Harrington gets set and heads home. Tapper to second. Inouye on it. Gloves it. Throws it. A massive inning from Cooper Harrington. The Harbor Hawks get the lead runner to third with 1 out, but he strikes out Bates and gets walk on the bouncer to second, a chance to win it in the bottom of the 10th. We'll be back on Cape League TV.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable inventory, Milton Rents is your local source.
You can make any bat feel lighter by adding a velo puck knob. Instead of having to go get a whole entirely new bat, you can simply add the puck to it. Players can use this with any bat. It's basically going to shift the weight of the bat a little bit more towards the hands. Players are able to hit the ball a lot harder just by simply adding the puck on.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
When you need to dig, lift, move, cut, or just about anything else, then dial up the rental source staffed with equipment and construction experts. They'll help you get the right machine for the job and make sure it's delivered when and where you need it. With locations across New England and the newest and most reliable.
Here we go, a chance to win it in the 10th. Hyannis and Harwich have been deadlocked at 2 since the 6th inning. But after a scoreless top half of the inning from Cooper Harrington and the Mariners defense, they have Nico Brini, who's pinch running for Inouye at second base, and the top of the order due up. Bristol Carter is 0 for 4 so far tonight. No better way to change it, but he's showing bunt. First pitch, the bunt is down, and it's a good one. Carter bunts over Brini, and on one pitch, the Mariners get Brini to third with just 1 out. Due up is the designated hitter, Tanner Marsh. Tanner Marsh has hits in back-to-back plate appearances. Singled and scored in the 6th and singled in the 8th. A fly ball over the infield could score the speedster Nico Brini. Eddie Copper III gets set. First pitch. Finds the outside corner with the fastball, strike 1. Copper III comes in for the 10th out of relief. Griffin Graves went back-to-back scoreless frames on just 1 hit. A chance to win it for Harwich. The 0-1 pitch. Foul. Marsh behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
Hyannis has not lost 2 games in a row, coming off of a walk-off loss to YD last time out.
A crowd of 1,700 people here at White House Field tonight, trying to will the Mariners to a big win. The 0-2 pitch. Foul down the right field line. Nico Brini, an excellent base runner with speed at third base. Any pitch that could squirt away from the catcher Brody Briggs could also be a way to win it. 0-2 the count. The 2-strike pitch. Low and away, 1-2.
Nice job from Marsh to not go digging or lunging at that pitch.
Marsh quietly having one of the better nights of any Mariner, is 2 for 3 with a walk tonight. A chance to win it in the bottom of the 10th. A 2-2 game. 1-2 pitch. Low and away again, 2-2.
You can feel the tension in the air. This is exciting stuff.
Harwich looking to get over 500 and beat the best in the West, Hyannis. The 2-2. Got him looking on the outside corner. The Mariners strike out for the 17th time tonight. And now down to their final hope to avoid a tie. Here is Aiden Robbins.
Robbins has been cold today, 0 for 4. What a moment if he could get out of this funk here.
First pitch. Swinging strike one. Robbins has struck out 3 times tonight. He's 0 for 4. Hyannis 2 runs on 7 hits. The Mariners just 5 hits, but a 2-run homer. Got him to a tie game off the bat of Jake Kunan. Here's the 0-1. Back-to-back swinging strikes. And Copper the third is ahead 0-2. Runner at third, Nico Brini. It's going to take a hit to win it in Harwich. 0-2, 2 out, runner at third. The pitch. Away, 1-2. That's Nico Brini. He will try and score on any opportunity. 1-2 count to Robbins. The pitch. Outside, 2-2. A good eye from the left fielder, Aiden Robbins. Grabs the bat, digs back in for a righty-righty matchup. Copper the third has done a nice job so far. A chance to win it for the Mariners. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Low and away, the count's full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tied in the bottom of the 10th. The payoff pitch. Ball 4. Robbins draws a 2-out walk to put runners at the corners. And guess who? Jake Kunan has found his way into the right-handed batter's box in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Wow.
The infield collapses on the right-hander, Eddie Copper III. Going over the scouting report on Jake Kunan. He's 1 for 4 tonight, but a 2-run homer in the 6th has been the reason that this one went to extras.
What a spot for Kunan. He has looked so confident in the box in these last few games. He's the reason we're here right now. Sam Finn, the home plate umpire, going to the mound to tell Hyannis to wrap things up.
Runners on the corners. Brini at third. Robbins at first. The bottom of the 10th inning. We approach 9:30 here in Harwich on the Cape. The Harbor Hawks and the Mariners tied at 2. Jake Kunan digs in from the right side. First pitch. Swing and a miss, way out in front of the curveball. Copper steps off the rubber, now back on. Copper just in his first inning of action, coming in the 10th. The 0-1. Swing and a bouncer foul. Kunan's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Harwich has already tied once this season in a 7-7 game in Chatham. Trying to pick up their first win in extras this summer. 2 on, 2 out, tied at 2, bottom of the 10th. outside with the 0-2. Advancing from first to second on the stolen base is Aiden Robbins. So no force out at second base. Runners at second and third. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jake Kunan. He's already gone deep tonight. Calls time. If the moment couldn't get any more intense, home plate umpire Sam Finn lets everybody realize 2 on, 2 out, tied at 2, bottom 10. Kunan v. Copper III. He heads home. Check swing. And he didn't go around. Deuces everywhere. Tied at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a second hit of the game from Jake Kunan could put the Mariners on top. The pitch. Chopped at the plate. He'll see another.
A lot of the young fans pressing their faces against the cage. They're excited. The fans here at White House are excited. What a moment.
Another 2-2. Eddie Copper III v. Jake Kunan. Bottom 10, a chance to win it. The 2-strike pitch. Got him swinging. A tie at White House Field after 10. The Mariners just couldn't get the big hit in extras, but a hard-fought pitching duel.
Yeah. That one stings a little bit, but you know what? You got to give credit to the Mariners. They fought hard. They went up against the best offense. You look at every offensive stat in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Hyannis was first in almost everything heading into today. They held Hyannis to just 7 hits on 2 runs. And if you're the Mariners, you lost to them last time out, you tied them today. This Hyannis team is no joke. This is a real deal. And the Mariners, you could say the same thing. But this is a Mariners team that the offense, game by game, is starting to find more of a groove on offense. The hitting numbers still aren't there, but they're making better contact. They're getting those balls deep towards the track. That's something we didn't see a few weeks ago. A few days ago. This is out of the hard work that man right there, Steve Englert, and the rest of his team have been putting in to continue to get better night in and night out. And if you're the Mariners, take a tie against, you said it, Luke, the best in the West. This is a team in Hyannis, like I said, is no joke. You'll take the tie, and you hit the road tomorrow against Wareham, where you've got a gauntlet the rest of this week.
So the Mariners stay at 6-6 with now 2 ties through 14 games this summer. A tough one because they had multiple chances late in this ball game to potentially knock off the Harbor Hawks.
But you have to also say, to flip side, Hyannis also had multiple times.
It was a good game.
The Mariners did a great job at shutting them down. How many times did Hyannis have a guy on third and the Mariners went 1, 2, 3 the rest of the way? That's some good stuff. They should be proud of themselves. This was a good tie.
The Mariners head to Wareham tomorrow. Gino and I will have the call on the Mariners radio network. But for now, a 2-2 tie at White House Field. We say so long and good night from the broadcast booth. Thanks for tuning in on Cape League TV.